We are concerned about trouble and irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these stories simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 We interrupt this program. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow.
The pharmaceutical industry and legacy media are largely owned by two asset management firms, BlackRock and Vanguard. It's very likely that only a small percentage of people even know who BlackRock is, despite the fact that they are the world's largest asset management firm, with over $9 trillion in assets. They are one of the top two shareholders of over 1,600 American firms and were involved with the cleanup of the 2008 financial crisis. BlackRock was founded by Larry Fink in 1988 under the corporate umbrella of the Blackstone Group, and later split from Blackstone in 1994 and finally went public in 1999. Vanguard is the largest shareholder of BlackRock. Vanguard, on the other hand, has a unique corporate structure which makes its ownership more difficult to discern. It's owned by its various funds, which in turn are owned by shareholders. Aside from these shareholders, it has no outside investors and is not publicly traded. When you add in the third largest asset management firm, State Street, their combined ownership encompasses nearly 90% of all S&P 500 firms. According to Simply Wall Street, in February 2020, BlackRock and Vanguard were the two largest stockholders of GlaxoSmithKline at 7% and 3.5% of shares respectively. At Pfizer, the ownership is reversed, with Vanguard being the top investor and BlackRock the second largest stockholder. BlackRock and Vanguard are the top two owners of Time Warner, Comcast, Disney, and News Corp, four of the six media companies that control more than 90% of the U.S. media landscape. When it comes to the New York Times, as of May 2021, BlackRock is the second largest stockholder at 7.5% of total shares, and Vanguard owns the largest portion of 8.11% of total shares. In 2019, BlackRock founder Larry Fink joined the World Economic Forum Board of Trustees. If you have not watched my video entitled Forum of Fate, now would be a pretty good time to watch that video. The Biden administration's top economic advisor is former BlackRock investment executive Brian Deese, who has been appointed to lead the National Economic Council. Deese held an important role in Barack Obama's White House as well. He oversaw the Obama administration's bailout of the auto industry, when Obama tipped the scales in favor of his friends and financiers in the labor unions. Other BlackRock officials, both past and present, who are joining the Biden administration include Adewale Adamo and Larry Fink himself. Michael Pyle is one of the top economic advisors to Vice President Kamala Harris. To sum all of this up, BlackRock and Vanguard own the media, the pharmaceutical industry, and are running the White House and economic policies, while also working for the agenda of the World Economic Forum's Fourth Industrial Revolution, which again, if you've not seen my video, The Forum of Fate, I recommend watching that one next. For Elucidated Info, this is Justin James, signing off.
Pfizer. CBS Health Watch sponsored by Pfizer.
Anderson Cooper 360. Brought to you by Pfizer.
ABC News Nightline. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Making a difference. Brought to you by Pfizer.
CNN Tonight. Brought to you by Pfizer. Early Start. Brought to you by Pfizer. Friday night on Aaron Burnett Out Front. Brought to you by Pfizer.
This Week with George Stephanopoulos is brought to you by Pfizer.
This weather report brought to you by Pfizer.
Today's countdown to the royal wedding is brought to you by Pfizer.
And now a CBS Sports Update brought to you by Pfizer.
Meet the Press Data Download brought to you by Pfizer.
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
On how to find the hidden sugars in the American family diet, sponsored by Pfizer.